WKAR presents QuizBusters. Production of QuizBusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy counts on us. And by viewers like you. Today, the Saxons of Hastings take on the Comets of Grand Ledge in the 15th season of QuizBusters. Now, here's the host of QuizBusters, Matt Ottinger.
That would be me. Thank you, Dan. Thanks, everybody. A good group on hand. We're excited to be bringing you once again QuizBusters for the next half hour. Hope you'll be playing along and see how you would fare against the 8 students who are playing our game right now. We're very close to the end of our qualifying rounds. This is game 29 out of 32, so we'll soon know which 32 schools will move on. One of these two teams obviously will do that. Let's meet them, starting with the Saxons from Hastings High School. They are Jeremy Lockwood, Josh Westcott, the captain, Alex Larson, and Margot Cookland. Their alternates are Jackie Badoon and Jason Bees, and their advisors are Joyce Cookland and Marcia Frerich. The Saxons will play the Comets from Grand Ledge High School, and the Comets are Andrew Childers, Jenny Hellum, the captain, Keith Barber, and Colin Rozier on the end there. Their alternates are Sam Holowico and Eric Bumbalo, and their advisor is Richard Knope. We, of course, get to meet our players at halftime, and we'll look forward to that. But right now, they're looking forward to playing the game. We start with the quick 10 toss-up questions. Best of luck to everybody. Hope you have fun with these. Let's get started. The quick 10 begins with question 1. The presidents Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt are depicted on what South Dakota memorial? Colin, Grand Ledge.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore on the South Dakota Memorial. That's right. Next, Italian ships brought it to Europe in 1347. By 1352, Europe's population had fallen from 75 million to 50 million. Alex Hastings.
Black Plague.
Black Plague, bubonic plague, Black Death, and that's right, 10 points. Question 3. Since December 2001, protests against the policies of Hugo Chavez have often rocked what South American nation with its capital at Caracas? Colin, Grand Ledge.
Venezuela.
Caracas, Venezuela is right, 10 points. Question 4. What is the total resistance of 2 8-ohm resistors? Keith, Grand Ledge.
16 ohms.
16 ohms connected in series. That's right. Good anticipation there. Question 5. What British mathematician wrote the nonsense poems The Hunting of the Snark and Jabberwocky? Jenny, Grand Ledge.
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll. He was a mathematician. That's right. Question 6. The pulp, enamel, and dentin are the 3 main layers of what oral structure? Andrew, Grand Ledge.
Teeth.
Teeth. Tooth. That's right. 10 points. Question 7. What most recent American winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature wrote The Bluest Eye, Beloved, and Jazz? Jeremy Hastings.
Toni Morrison.
That's right. Toni Morrison. That's right. 10 points. Question 8. What set of prizes, 1 for music, 6 for letters, and 14 for journalism, are annually awarded by Columbia University? The Pulitzer Prizes are awarded by Columbia. Question 9. Melville Fuller, Harlan Stone, Warren Burger, and William Rehnquist all served in what top judicial? Keith, Grand Ledge.
Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
That's exactly right. Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Question 10. Quentin Durward and The Heart of Midlothian are among his Waverly novels. Name this author of Rob Roy and Ivanhoe. Jenny, Grand Ledge.
Sir Walter Scott.
Walter Scott is right. 10 points for that, and that's 10. The Pulitzer Prize question, one I thought the players would get, the only one they missed out of the 10. 9 out of 10. Very well done. Grand Ledge with the bulk of them. And now we're playing for control of a bonus category, so everybody's back in for this. It's a toss-up for all of you. The first one was held in 1971 and saw Fred Carr and Mel Renfro share MVP honors. 3 of its first 9 took place in Los Angeles, but since 1980, it has always been played in Honolulu in late January or early February. Name this football all-star game. Alex Hastings.
The Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl is right. 10 points, yes. We almost tripped you up on a sports question, but the Football Hall of Fame game is the only one played after the season, the Pro Bowl. Hastings, you've got control. Huckleberry Finn is your bonus category. Alex, you'll give me answers. Name these people who say that they are looking out for Huckleberry Finn's best interests. First, the judge, Becky's father, who invests Huck's money to earn him $1 a day. And I need your answer.
Don't know.
No, I gave you Becky's father, Becky's last name Thatcher, just Judge Thatcher. That's all I really needed there. No points, though. You'll stay at 30. We have a new toss-up for all players. After its government passed the Rowlatt Acts in 1919, 1919, that's R-O-W-L-A-T-T, the Rowlatt Acts in 1919, a protest erupted in Amritsar, at which nearly 400 people were massacred by British troops. Name this country, then Alex Hastings.
India.
Right, 10 points. Then under British rule, where that capital of the Punjab state is holy to the Sikhs. India, the right answer. And Hastings back in control. Ancient Egyptian women is your category. First, she became queen in 51 BC, had a famous affair with Mark Antony, and may have died of snakebite. Name her.
Cleopatra.
Right, Cleopatra the 7th, as a matter of fact, but we wouldn't ask you for that. Next, this wife of Akhenaton, I knew I was going to have Akhenaton, A-K-H-E-N-A-T-O-N, Akhenaton. The wife of him is said to have supported his suspension of worshiping gods other than Aton, A-T-O-N.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti is the right answer, finally for 20. Though not the first female pharaoh, this regent of Thutmose III was unique in being depicted as a male and being publicly crowned as a king around 1472 BC. And I need your answer.
Tutankhamun.
No, I'm sorry. No, Hatshepsut is her name. And 20 points on that one, though. You've narrowed the gap to 10. We've got a good game underway as we play our first of 2 pop quizzes, one-on-one action. Each of our players answering 3 questions against a single opponent. And your pop quiz letter combination is going to be P-O-P. So we have a P-O-P pop quiz. We'll start with Jeremy from Hastings and Andrew from Grand Ledge. A variety of edible kernels. That's Jeremy.
Popcorn.
Popcorn, that's right. Next, a type of plant with showy white, yellow, or red flowers. Jeremy.
Poppy.
A poppy, that's right. Many light seeds in a capsule. Finally, the total number of inhabitants of a city. Andrew.
Population.
Population is right. Andrew got that last one there. Josh now from Hastings and Jenny from Grand Ledge. Liked or admired by people in that's Josh.
Popular.
Popular is right, by people in general or by a particular group of people. Next, a football organization for children, founded in 1929 and named for a legendary coach. More children are playing soccer these days, but at one time, Pop Warner football was very popular. Josh and Jenny, last question for you. The fictional sailor introduced in the Josh is first.
Popeye.
Popeye, 1929 comic strip Thimble Theater. Alex from Hastings now, Keith from Grand Ledge. The brand name of the pastry introduced, Alex is first.
Pop-Tarts.
That's right, introduced by Kellogg's in 1964. Next, a tightly woven fabric, usually cotton, used for shirts and pajamas. That's a tricky one. Poplin is the name of the fabric. Finally, the head of the Roman Catholic Church. Keith is first.
The Pope.
The Pope, of course. That's right, for 10 points. Margot from Hastings now. Colin from Grand Ledge. Finish things off for us. An American political party of the late 1800s advocating a gradual income tax, or any leader who appeals to the values of a large number of people. Margot.
Populist?
Populist is right. 10 points. Next, a fanciful, slightly archaic word for nonsense. Colin.
Poppycock.
Poppycock. That's right. Final question. The generic name once trademarked for flavored frozen ice on a stick. Colin.
Popsicle.
A popsicle. That's right, for 10 points. That's our quiz. 10 out of 12 right answers on that, and Hastings now has a 10-point lead. You're now playing for control of the audio category. It's a new toss-up for everybody. Here we go. It begins with the coming of the ship that will bear the title character from the city of Orphalese to the isle of his birth. And it ends with his... Alex Hastings.
The Odyssey?
Not the Odyssey. No, Grand Ledge, I'll continue for you. Remember, you cannot confer. The ship will bear the title character from the city of Orphalese to the isle of his birth. And it ends with his death and the thought that another woman would soon bear him. Name this magnum opus of Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran. Jenny.
The Saga of Gilgamesh?
No, I'm sorry. The Prophet. The Prophet is the answer. New toss-up, no harm done. The 15th largest lake in the world, it is connected to its neighbor via the Welland Ship Canal, forming part of the St. Lawrence Seaway. Cities on its banks include Hamilton, Buffalo, and Toronto. Colin, Grand Ledge.
Lake Ontario?
That's the one. Good job. 10 points. The smallest and the easternmost Great Lake. Grand Ledge, we're tied. You could break the tie with these audio answers if you can pick up on the clues it will give you. We'll begin with the clue. You listen to that, I'll have you some questions. Listen carefully. Here comes your audio clue.
I've had some long nights in stir. Alone in the dark with nothing but your thoughts, time can draw out like a blade. That was the longest night of my life.
You can, of course, confer on the on the bonus category. The clip you just heard comes from what 1994 film primarily set in a prison?
What is it?
Shawshank Redemption.
The Shawshank Redemption.
That's right, 10 points. The voice you heard there belongs to what actor who played the president in Deep Impact and God in Bruce Almighty?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is right for 20. The Shawshank Redemption was based on the short story Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, which was written by what best-selling author?
Stephen King.
No trouble at all with the audio category. You got 40 points off that. And a 40-point lead for Grand Ledge. I'm asked that the audience is a little too eager here, so please I'll ask the audience to settle down and let the players work on their game here while we ask a new toss-up question for all players. At room temperature, it is a volatile, deep red liquid, one of two elements that are liquid at that temperature. Jeremy Hastings.
Bromine?
Bromine is right. 10 points. Good job. I knew you were going to say mercury, and you got the right one. Good job, Jeremy. Hastings back in control. Plants, your bonus category, Hastings. Let's see how you do with these. What name is given to the chemical process in which a plant converts light energy and carbon dioxide into sugar and oxygen?
Photosynthesis?
That's right, 10 points. Next, in green plants, photosynthesis requires the presence of what pigment?
Chlorophyll?
Chlorophyll is right. Finally, for 20 for you now. This English chemist showed in 1771 that a sprig of mint could allow a candle to burn again in a closed jar in which it had already burned itself out. Name that English chemist. Need your answer.
Mendel?
Not Mendel. No, a good guess. Joseph Priestley. Priestley, the right answer. 20 points on your bonus. We've got a great game. Let's take a break right now and stop for halftime. 10-point contest. Two very evenly matched teams. A couple of lead changes already. We should have a most exciting second half of play. Right now, though, it's time to meet our players individually. Find out a little bit about each of them. We'll start with the Saxons from Hastings High School. Jeremy, put you on the spot. Welcome to the show. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Jeremy Lockwood. I'm a senior at Hastings High School, and hopefully after I get out, I'm going to be a rock star.
Okay, very good, Jeremy. Thank you for being with us. Josh, welcome to the show.
I'm Josh Westcott. I'm a junior at Hastings, and I play the French horn in band.
All right, very good. Josh, I don't know if people at home can tell, but the shirts they're wearing are band shirts. The captain is Alex.
I'm Alex Larson. This is my third year on the show. When I grow up, I'm going to be the Red Power Ranger. It's morphin' time.
Very good, Alex. Thank you for being with us. And finally, Margot.
My name is Margot Cookland. I'm a senior at Hastings High School. I play varsity tennis and soccer, and when I grow up, I'm going to be a taxi driver.
All right, Margot. Very good. Thanks very much. The Saxons from Hastings. By the way, Margot's in the band, too. She's wearing the student council shirt to represent that organization today. The comments now from Grand Ledge, starting with Andrew. Welcome, Andrew.
I'm Andrew Childers. I'm a sophomore. I'm in the choir, the plays, and I'd like to give a hoorah to all the rest of the saxophones in Grand Ledge.
Very good, Andrew. Thanks for being here. Jenny, welcome.
I'm Jenny. I am also in the plays, and I'm in drama club, and someday I want to be a penniless writer.
Okay, that's actually easy to do, as a matter of fact. Good luck, Jenny. Let's meet Keith. Keith?
My name is Keith Barber. I'd like to say hi to Callie and Mr. Hackborn. I play trombone and piano, and I hope next year to come to MSU and be a Spartan here.
All right, terrific. We look forward to having you, Keith. Thank you very much. And finally, Colin.
My name's Colin Rozier. I'm a freshman at Grand Ledge. I'm currently on the student council, and I'd like to become an American history professor.
Very good, Colin. Thank you for being here. The Comets from Grand Ledge High School. And now, what say we do this? Find out who's going to win today's game. A good, close game it's been so far. 10-point toss-up question to start the second half. Players, you're playing for control, of course, of the video category. Here we go. It is actually a comparison between two different trips, one taken before the Civil War and focused on navigation, and one afterward when railroads had taken much of the riverboat business. Name this 1885 Mark Twain reminiscence about civilization on a great river. Andrew, Grand Ledge.
Life on the Mississippi?
That's right. 10 points, yes. It's funny, it's a title we're all familiar with, but who knows the subject of it? Andrew, very well solved there. Grand Ledge Comets, you've got control of the video category. You know the drill here. You'll see the video question come up. Answer that one correctly. I've got more in the category for you. We're going to talk to Dr. George Eister. He's got the question for us. Dr. Eister is a cardiologist from the MSU Veterinary Clinical Center. So here's your question.
The medical profession has initials after their name. For example, a dentist's name is followed by the letters DDS. What three letters typically follow the name of a veterinarian?
Anybody know?
And I need your answer.
ADD?
No. DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. DVM is the most common abbreviation following a veterinarian's name. Still have a 20-point lead. We have a new toss-up, players. This language group includes Maltese, Phoenician, Aramaic, and Arabic. Along with Egyptian and some others, it comprises the Afro-Asiatic language family. Name this group whose most famous member might be Hebrew. It's the Semitic languages. Semitic. Next question. It could fly as high as 70,000 feet, but its top speed was less than 500 miles per hour, making it vulnerable to missiles, as Francis Gary Powers learned when he was shot down. Keith, Grand Ledge.
The U-2 spy plane?
The U-2, that's exactly right. What spy plane shares its name with an Irish rock band? I had more to do there. Everybody would have gotten it by then. Belts is your bonus category, Grand Ledge. Answer these questions about belts first. Often associated with the Deep South, what alliterative term describes parts of the U.S. where Protestant fundamentalism is common?
The Bible Belt.
Right. Next. Iowa and Illinois are at the heart of what area named for its predominant crop?
Corn Belt. Corn Belt.
Corn Belt is right. 10 points there for 20 again. Stand-up comedy used to flourish in the resort hotels of what area of upstate New York named for a kind of Russian soup? I need your answer.
Borscht Belt?
Borscht Belt is right. 20 points. See, I knew it from the reference to the stand-up comedy. I think you solved it off the Russian soup clue, but however you got it, you got it. 70-point lead now. Hastings not out of it by any means. Our second pop quiz, one-on-one action once again, 120 points on the line. Your two-letter combination, this time players, J-O. All your answers are going to begin with J-O. Jeremy from Hastings will start us off. Andrew from Grand Ledge. Here we go, gentlemen. To write down a short message briefly, Jeremy.
Jot.
To jot, that's right. Next. The rock musician and songwriter, born Reginald Kenneth Dwight in 1947 in Middlesex, England. Andrew.
John Lennon?
No, I'm sorry, not John Lennon. Jeremy, any ideas? The John part's right, but it's Elton John. Elton John that I wanted. Final question for Jeremy and Andrew. The profession of gathering, writing, or presenting news for a periodical, or, Andrew?
Journalist.
Journalism, absolutely, a periodical or other medium. Josh from Hastings now, Jenny from Grand Ledge. A baby kangaroo. Jenny's first.
Joey.
Joey is the right answer, 10 points. Next, the ragtime composer, known for The Entertainer and The Maple Leaf Rag. Scott Joplin is the most famous ragtime composer we have. Final question. One of several parallel wood or steel beams which support floorboards and ceilings. Jenny.
Joyce.
The judge is saying yes. I didn't quite hear it, but they're going to give you credit for it. Joist is what I have. J-O-I-S-T. They said that was good for 10 points. Alex from Hastings now. Keith from Grand Ledge. The book of the Old Testament, which Keith is first.
Job.
Job, J-O-B. That's right, the patriarch who endured great suffering. Next, the last name of the family, who are the main characters in John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath. That's the Joad family, J-O-A-D. Finally, the lever used to control the movements of an airplane or of a computer or, Alex.
Joystick.
Video game, the rest of that. Joystick, Alex figured that one out. Margot from Hastings now, Colin from Grand Ledge. The American singer and piano player whose hits, mostly of the 70s and 80s, serve as the basis for the Broadway musical Steppin' Out. Steppin' Out was a hit by Billy Joel, J-O-E-L, Billy Joel. Next for Margot and Colin. In physics, a unit of work or energy. Colin.
Joule.
A joule, J-O-U-L-E. And final question. Festively cheerful or in good... Colin.
Joyful.
Not joyful. No, I'm sorry. Margot.
Joyous.
No, if you waited for it, you'd have gotten it. Festively cheerful or in good spirits like Santa Claus. Jolly was the answer that I needed. No points on that last one, but they still played a good round there. Let's give them a hand for that. That's the pop quiz. The next time we hear the fanfare, we go into the lightning round. 100-point lead for Grand Ledge. Still plenty of time left. Here's the toss-up. One of these title characters never recovers from scarlet fever. The other three find happiness in marriage. One to Mr. Brooke, one to Professor Bear, and another to Laurie. Give the collective title for the March Sisters. In Andrew Grand Ledge.
Little Women.
Little Women, in a novel by Louisa May Alcott. C's, S-E-A, C's your bonus category comments. What C would you cross if you flew directly between the following world capitals? I'll give you a pair of capitals. The C between them, please. First, Tokyo and Pyongyang.
South China Sea?
No, not the South China Sea. Sea of Japan. They're all right around there together, but it's the Sea of Japan that connects those two. And already we're to the lightning round. We'll see if that lead's going to hold. We got 60 seconds of toss-up questions remaining, and a lot of material and some very fast players, so a lot could happen here. Now, let's look at, you see the scores there, 280 for Grand Ledge, 170 for Hastings. A lot of material in the last 60 seconds. A reminder to the players, 10 points when you're right as always. We'll take those points away, though, when you're wrong. We don't repeat the question. We move on to the next one. The 60-second timer is set, and the lightning round begins now. In what state would you find the Painted Desert? Alex.
Arizona.
Right. Who wrote the Blue Danube Waltz? Time. What day of the month, specifically, is the Ides of March? Alex.
The 15th.
Right. In what city would you find the Grand Ole Opry? Andrew.
Nashville.
Right. According to a saying attributed to Napoleon, an army marches... Colin.
Stomach.
Right. Who wrote The Wind in the Willows? Jenny.
Kenneth Graham.
Right. David Ben-Gurion was the first prime minister of what country? Jenny.
Israel.
Right. Who was the presidential candidate supported by the slogan Tippecanoe and Tyler? Cullen.
William Henry Harrison.
Right. There are 4,840 square yards in what unit of measure? Alex.
An acre.
Right. Bud and Lou were the first names of what popular Hollywood comedy team? Andrew.
Abbott and Costello.
Right. How many sheets of paper are there in a standard ream? Keith.
500.
Right. In what state would you find out time is up? And Grand Ledge, you've won the game. And we played so fast we broke our sound effects. I don't know what that doorbell sound was there at the end. We'll see if we can get that fixed in time for the next game. Of course, it wouldn't have made a difference in this one. Everybody played very quickly on that. I think the only one the players missed was the waltz question. The Blue Danube Waltz. Johann Strauss wrote the Blue Danube Waltz. Hastings, we have to say goodbye to you. You played a great game. They got a little faster in the second half, and they were able to put it away. But you're obviously a terrific team. I'm sure you've got a lot of wins ahead of you in future competitions. Let's give the Saxons a hand. Thanks for coming down. We're glad to have you. And Grand Ledge, a really good score against a strong team. So that's going to be a pretty good seed for you. Of course, we're near the end of the seeding process, so we'll have an opponent for you in a very short time. Second half coming up soon. Congratulations to the Comets, our winners today. We'll figure out our electronics and we'll get to the next game. Next time on QuizBusters, Ashley will play Vandercook Lake as we're getting down to the wire on our qualifying competition. Thank you for watching, and for all of us here on QuizBusters, I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.
Production of QuizBusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. And by viewers like you. Book Scholarship Awards for QuizBusters are provided by SBS, the student bookstore, located at 421 East Grand River Avenue in East Lansing. For more information about QuizBusters or any of WKAR's locally produced series or specials, visit our website at WKAR.org.